I'm Michelle Miller, and this is my husband, Tim Miller, and we're the proud parents of our 3 children, Megan and Miles and Morgan. Megan was with her sister Morgan, and they were going to go shopping with my dad.
That Sunday we left church, and we were just going to go home and get some breakfast and then go shopping for my brother for a birthday present, his birthday was the day after.
Just had a big day planned, and I guess just left church, listening to music, having a good time with her sister, and didn't think anything was going to happen that day. But it did.
It was just, we had the music on, just talking, and all of a sudden the car started to swerve. And me being 13, I had no idea. I mean, I knew something was wrong, but it's very vague in my mind of what exactly happened. But all I really remember is crawling out of the back seat, and or the back windshield rather, and just felt so alone, just standing there on the road, wondering where she was. And finally I found her next to the guardrail with a puddle of blood all over her.
I got to work and they said, "Your daughters have been in a wreck." And I was like, I just left her. I just left her 5 minutes ago. It was that short of a time.
Well, when I got the call, I wasn't in a big hurry. I knew she was in a wreck, but I thought it was just like a cut or scratch or bruise or whatever, because I knew she always wore her seatbelt.
Megan went in the ambulance, and my granddad took me to the hospital, and they were asking me questions about me and her, mostly her, if she was allergic to anything, because I knew she wasn't good. In the back of my mind, I just knew she wasn't going to make it.
And then I got a call again. She said, "You don't realize," she said, "our daughter's, I don't think she's going to make it." And
I got back there and they took me to Morgan's room, and Mom and Dad weren't there yet. And Morgan even told me, she said, "Megan's not good." And I was like, oh God, no. I didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do at all.
got to the hospital and met my wife, and we seen the priest there, and I knew pretty much then something was pretty bad. And we went back and seen her, and we told her we loved her.
And when they came out and told us she was brain dead, it was the worst feeling in my whole life. Worst.
I just remember laying there on the hospital bed and my parents coming on each side of me and saying, "Megan's not going to make it." And that was the most devastating feeling I've ever felt in my life. Even though I knew she wasn't going to, just them saying that, there's no other feeling in the world.
You just saw her 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, and now she's not even going to live. It was awful. She was a great kid. She had the best personality. She was the biggest helper of anybody. She would do anything for anybody.
Nobody's perfect, but she was a very good example of what a teenager should be, as far as, making right decisions about drinking, drugs.
Megan wouldn't want us to mourn every day over her passing. She would want us to get out and save other people's lives and live for her.
We started this campaign to save lives, and we go to high schools and we go all over, anywhere we can go, to spread the message about buckling up.
It helps me out with the whole coping part of it, because, whenever you can help other people out and get the word out to where, what happened to us doesn't have to happen to other people, that just makes the world, feel so much better, because you know that if you could touch one person's life with, doing a rollover simulator, or, just handing out brochures, or, just the simple thing of saying, giving a little kid a dumb sucker, saying, "Hey, buckle up," that little reminder, it's all it takes. It's one time. And, if that one time that you tell somebody that saves their life, I mean, that's more than enough for me.
We are promoting something very positive, so it takes the negative part of losing her out.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to talk about Megan because, you know, you always got at the back of your mind, you know, well, she's gone, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. But at the same time, you know, her legacy lives on through our Buckle Up campaign. So.
Megan would have been here today if she had it on.
For her not to be wearing her seatbelt that one day is all it took. It was just one time.
And it makes you just go, why that day?
I didn't have the experience my old sister did, you know, but it hurts me every day to think about it.
Wear your seatbelt. Be cautious when you drive and cherish who you have because you never know when they'll be gone.
It's very important to me to someday walk my daughter down the aisle. And I always thought that my oldest daughter, Megan, would be the first. And without that, her not being here today, I'll never have that chance.
And it is the day that changed our life. Because you just never think you're going to lose a child that young, 17 years old, and it happened.
It's just we don't want no one to go through what we go through every day. And it's every day.